My child, do you feel it? The weight of something unseen but urgent stirring inside you? That's because right now at this very moment, someone you know is on the brink of giving up. They have been crying out, silently pleading for a sign, a reason to hold on just a little longer. And I have sent you, yes, you. You are not here by accident. I placed you here, in their path, because within you lies something they desperately need. Hope, a word, a gesture, a simple act of kindness from you could change everything. But time is running out. The opportunity to act, to reach them before they slip further into despair, is fleeting. If you turn away, if you hesitate, they may never know that help was right there within reach. So I ask you, will you answer this call? Will you be the light in their darkness? Or will you let this moment pass, never knowing how much of a difference you could have made? The choice is yours, but choose quickly, because for them, this moment may be the last chance to believe in hope again. Take a moment to put aside the distractions of everyday life. Pause for just a little while and focus on these words. Please give them your undivided attention, because what I'm about to share matters deeply. Right now, there is someone in your life whose path is poised to change dramatically. The promise of a brighter future lies ahead for them because of your actions. You heard that correctly. A person weighed down by hardships has nearly given up hope. They've reached a point where they feel unable to go on. Then you showed up, perhaps through a simple word of kindness, a compassionate gesture, or even a gentle look that spoke of understanding. You made it through their isolation. That moment, whether you realized it or not, marked the beginning of their relief. They haven't escaped life itself, but they have found release from a crushing weight they carried. It might have been a small offer of support you gave at a time that seemed ordinary to you, but it lit their darkness. Your genuine concern and gentle kindness gave them the strength to let go of their pain and to take another step. Always remember, a single small act of support can alter the course of someone's day, or possibly their entire life. Do you see? Your life has meaning. You're not here just for yourself. Often, without even knowing it, you spark change in another person's life. Your everyday words and actions may seem ordinary to you, but they might be exactly what someone else needs to find hope. Keep this in mind as you go about your day. Even small gestures can carry immense significance. In a world brimming with challenges, many people feel overwhelmed by despair and shoulder hidden burdens. Consider the single parent scraping by from day to day, or the individual who has lost everything and can't see a reason to go on. Some have been hurt so many times that they no longer believe in anyone's kindness. These struggles reflect the human experience, and your empathy can help ease that load. There might even be a young person who has grown accustomed to a harsh reality, someone who no longer trusts that kindness still exists in the world. Yet you have the power to shine a light into that darkness. When I walked among those I cared for, I saw many whose spirits were fragile and deeply wounded. No matter how small an act of kindness may seem, it contributes to a sense of connection. I noticed those who had been labeled, misunderstood, and pushed aside. I did not come to judge or condemn them, but to show them a path toward healing and renewal. When I spoke to a stranger at a well, I offered more than water. I offered a way to quench a deeper thirst. When I reached out to someone everyone else had shunned, I helped them regain their dignity. I know that each person deserves compassion and fairness, no matter their past. By extending my hand and giving understanding, I ensured no one remained alone. When I forgave someone for their wrongdoings, it wasn't merely a gesture of letting go of the past. It was a chance to start again. You are no passing figure in this world. Through your actions, I can reach those who are struggling, offering a helping hand at the moment it's needed most. Each time you show real understanding, you build a bridge between hearts. You are never truly alone. I am with you, even when you cannot sense my presence. Every word you utter wields greater influence than you might imagine. Something that seems like a passing moment, a kind statement, a supportive glance, or a small courtesy can mean the world to a person in need. I have seen the quiet ways you extend your heart to mend someone else's. I recognize your everyday efforts, even when no one else does. I have watched how your inner light reaches the darkest corners, easing the silent burdens many carry. Through your caring acts, someone who once struggled under sorrow has found a reason to go on. They are learning how to let go of their troubles, to heal, and to feel the gentle warmth of renewed hope. Your compassion reminds them that hope can reawaken with a simple touch of kindness. They no longer have to endure endless loneliness and sadness because you've helped them unlock their heart again. They're rediscovering that kindness is real. You may not realize the depth of your influence. Each step forward you take, every word of support you offer, can be a turning point for someone in pain. Keep moving ahead with a compassionate spirit. Understand that you're a vital link in a chain of hope. Can you see now why I chose you? Always keep in mind that every supportive word you speak lays the groundwork for a better tomorrow. You are here by design. I saw in you a special kind of strength, matched with genuine compassion. Even in your own struggles, I observed how you stumbled, yet you managed to rise again. Every time you got back up, you grew stronger. I've also watched you question yourself. Are you enough? Are you strong enough? Are you on the right path? These questions are natural markers on your journey, guiding you toward your true direction. Even in your fiercest storms, I've been here, quietly watching. I always knew each hardship you faced would transform into a new kind of strength, not just for you, but for others. When you continue on despite daunting challenges, you become a beacon for those who have wandered from hope. You show that heartbreak can be overcome, that suffering can become a wellspring of strength. Each act of kindness in adversity helps shape a future where suffering yields to healing. By doing this, you demonstrate that recovery is possible and that the darkness won't last forever. Every challenge you meet builds upon the strength you share with the world, and I remain by your side through it all. Sometimes people barricade themselves against fear, but they learn to open up again when they witness someone like you. I didn't choose you because you were flawless. I chose you because I knew you could transform pain into something meaningful. I selected you knowing you wouldn't hide your light, but freely share it. Now, do you understand how much your words and deeds truly matter? People notice your perseverance, and it gives them courage when they're weighed down by their own troubles. Even if it seems your kindness goes unacknowledged, know that it may be healing deep wounds. Remember, you are not here by coincidence. You serve a purpose that extends beyond your personal interests. You were placed in this life with a mission that doesn't ask for praise, but demands genuine compassion. Deep within you is a kind of strength that isn't measured by fame or material gain, but rather by your willingness to care for others. I see your humble but determined spirit, growing each time you show kindness. Consider that one encouraging word from you might be all someone needs to keep going. A small act of kindness can be a flicker of hope in a place shrouded in darkness. You might not recognize the private battles that people fight, but I do. I see those unspoken struggles behind every masked smile, the tears never shed in public, and the silent pleas for help. Your kindness tells them they're not alone. Your commitment to care for others is like a guiding light in even the darkest times. Each time you opt for concern over apathy, or offer help instead of turning away, you create a ripple effect. Even if the impact isn't clear in that moment, you plant a seed that can sprout new possibilities. I notice every time you reach out to lift someone's burden, and I appreciate every act of patience, every spark of understanding. Though your gestures of support might seem small, they spread outward in ways you will never fully see. And when you forgive someone who's wronged you, instead of holding on to bitterness, you show the depth of your inner strength. Never believe your efforts are wasted. Your presence and your readiness to care mean more than you know. In quiet determination, you promise renewal to those who feel invisible. In a world filled with loneliness, your willingness to extend kindness is extraordinary. You don't have to shout to be heard. Simply by being kind, you change people's lives. Do not let fear or hesitation stifle the generous words I have placed inside you. Speak them. Let your steady, calming tone act as a beacon for anyone lost in distress. Keep sharing your thoughts and words, for they are reflections of the compassion I've instilled in you. When you speak to uplift others, it directly channels the compassion flowing through you. You're not simply talking or listening, you're crafting real change. Your contributions are far from empty gestures. They offer renewed comfort and strength to those who need it. Every small act is testament to your true character. Your words can breathe life into weary souls, sparking hope where none was found before. Every uplifting message you share slowly but surely helps reshape someone's outlook. Offer them reassurance in dark times and trust in the deep power of kindness to make a difference. Have faith. When compassion drives you, an unanticipated strength goes along with it. Those passing words you consider small might be exactly what stops someone from giving up. Each step you take toward healing, both for yourself and for others, leads you closer to your calling. When you act from the heart, you walk a path set before you from the beginning. I did not create you to remain silent or to avoid life's challenges. I placed in you a strong desire to reach out to those in need. Your voice and presence are vital to making this world kinder. Through you, I rebuild what has been broken and restore what has fallen apart, renewing hope in those who felt unseen. My dear one, never be afraid. Don't worry that you're inadequate or that your words lack meaning. Don't think you are unworthy, for I have specifically chosen you and put these sentiments in your heart. When you share these thoughts and allow my care to guide your actions, you do more than provide help. You fulfill the very purpose I set for you. You might wonder who I'm referring to when I mention those you will assist. Maybe you think they must have a name you recognize. But more often, it's the person who passes by you on a busy street, someone whose eyes betray their worries, or someone whose outward smile conceals pain. You might meet them briefly, or not notice them at all, yet they hope for a glimmer of encouragement. Without knowing their entire story, you have prayed for them or felt a nudge to help. While you remained unaware, I saw and acknowledged your quiet acts of concern. Every time you bowed your head or offered a compassionate word, you joined in helping them. They are not abstract concepts. They are real individuals, dealing with hardships beyond what most see. You are that connection they need. Through your willingness to follow my guidance, they find resilience. You likely won't see every detail of their story, but trust that your compassion has helped reawaken their strength, restore hope, and rekindle their belief in a better future. Perhaps your contributions seem invisible, but every considerate deed resonates in unseen ways. Right now, someone is gradually changing because of you. Many people endure trials few would believe, living on a precarious edge between hope and despair. They silently bear unthinkable wounds, days so heavy that simply getting through them feels impossible. They've spent sleepless nights gripped by fears and unanswered questions. At their most vulnerable, they cry out, wondering if anyone hears. They ask if they can truly continue on, or if there's any end to their pain. I have answered those cries not through flamboyant miracles, but through your unwavering presence. You have been the answer to their hidden prayers. Your openness, compassion, and warm gaze remind them they're not invisible, that help remains available. My care reaches their hearts through your action, assuring them that even when life seems to collapse, a steady source of love endures. They may feel forsaken, but you show them they are not alone. You bring the spark of possibility that they can rebuild their lives. Remember, when you speak encouragement or take the time to care, you do more than help a single person. You join an effort that surpasses mundane routine. Sometimes you wonder if an ordinary person can really make a difference. Don't disregard the power of your smallest kindness. Each little mercy forms part of a larger mission of healing and connection. A single drop of water can ripple across a pond, A minor kind gesture can leave a lasting impact on someone's life. A small moment of support may grow into a seed of hope. You do not need authority or a platform to shape change. Often, the most significant shifts come from everyday acts. A helping hand, a considerate word, or a glance that conveys genuine understanding. Recall that each powerful river begins as a tiny stream. Every strong wind starts as a gentle breeze, and a long journey is traveled one step at a time. I do not ask you to meet the world's concept of extraordinary. I simply ask you to remain true to what you believe, offering the kindness that lives in you and allowing me to guide you in ways that aren't always obvious. You may never see the complete effects of your efforts, but I see every outcome. I notice each wave of change that results from your small but significant gestures. You have lit a spark of hope in those who stand on the edge of despair. When you serve others with a genuine heart, without needing recognition, you align yourself with a larger cause. You don't have to understand all the details or see immediate effects. Just keep on doing good, offering a helping hand, trusting that the smallest action can make a huge difference. Above all, remember that you are enough, and what you do truly counts. Recognize that your impact isn't limited to a single individual. The care you provide, although it might only appear to reach one person at a time, travels further than you know. There are many, some you will never meet, who quietly watch how you cope with hardships and maintain your sense of hope. When you keep going in the face of trouble, you show others they can do the same. Your compassionate actions sow seeds of faith, empathy, and resilience that can grow and touch many. Over time, these seeds will inspire others to share kindness in turn. By living with warmth and conviction, you transform more lives than you might ever realize. Don't underestimate the effect of one determined act. Even if you see no immediate outcome, your words and patience create a wider influence than you can imagine. If you feel tired or doubtful, don't let that stop you. Continue forward, even if you're not entirely sure where the path leads. Trust that your small gestures, though they may seem insignificant, are paving the way for positive change. If you feel underappreciated or if your acts of service seem overlooked, remember that I see every sincere effort. I see those moments when you refuse to give up, even though you're overwhelmed. I know the times you help someone quietly, never expecting gratitude. I also witness your tears shed in isolation, tears no one else notices. Press on. Keep speaking words of hope, even when it seems they vanish into thin air. Don't worry that no one is listening. Every genuine word carries a seed of power that can sprout in surprising ways. Remain steadfast in your light, even when darkness surrounds you. And never allow frustration to overshadow your compassion. Although you might not see immediate changes, think of these actions as seeds sown in fertile soil. They may remain unseen for a while, but in the right moment, they will sprout and flourish. Stay dedicated to offering help, even if life feels steeped in gloom. Don't let setbacks or harsh words extinguish the inner light you possess. Keep in mind that the faintest beam of light can cut through the deepest darkness. That's who you are, a steady light in a challenging world. Each time you follow these values, you bring about meaningful results, whether or not they're obvious at first. I magnify your efforts, helping them reach places and people you wouldn't anticipate. What you do, even in small acts, blesses a wider circle than you'll ever know. Don't let anything or anyone draw you away from this purpose. Keep advancing with a hopeful heart, knowing you are not alone in your journey. Support is always close by. Your kind deeds extend far beyond your immediate surroundings. I urge you to continue without pause. Resist any temptations to step off this path. Walk with compassion and understanding, trusting that I am working through you in ways beyond your imagination. Let your confidence flourish day by day. Release any lingering self-doubt or fear about whether you're truly making a difference in this life. You have been placed exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time. You are not here by chance. Your presence is intentional. Each challenge you face, each small triumph, every forward step you take, these matter. Life is woven from countless moments, and every kind action becomes part of the tapestry. When you act in kindness, you help others, and you also grow within. The path may be long, and your efforts may not bear fruit right away, but patience is essential. Each thoughtful deed lays a foundation for what's to come. In the still times when you wonder if your impact is too small, or worry that you can't shoulder your burdens, remember that every gesture of support resonates further than you think. Change takes time, and day by day, your compassion contributes to a quiet yet profound transformation. Even if it appears that your kindness goes unnoticed, trust that I see and value each attempt you make to do good. You are not alone in this mission. Countless others, some visible, others not, are also striving to build a kinder world. Your contribution is a vital thread in a vast tapestry of community and well-being, strengthening bonds and offering a model for others to emulate. In moments of self-doubt, remind yourself of the little victories, a comforting word or a gesture that brightens someone's day, and let that encourage you. Move onward with both resolve and humility, seeing each day as another opportunity to demonstrate empathy and understanding. Let every experience, whether painful or joyous, remind you of the indispensable role you fill. Cling to the truth that your presence matters and that your actions spread out in ways you may never fully understand. Always remember, you were placed here for a reason. Your life is filled with meaning. Do not underestimate the power of a compassionate heart. Every step you take is part of a larger narrative of strength and hope, reinforced by your constant willingness to care. Your journey matters, and every inch of progress adds to a legacy of compassion that extends well beyond your view. This path is yours. Every decision woven into a greater design that brings solace and rejuvenation. Never question the significance of your life, and never forget what a caring heart can accomplish. Believe me when I say that nothing occurs by mere coincidence. In my plan, you don't simply wander without direction. You are a unique and crucial piece of the work I am doing. Everything you do, every word you speak, every action you perform serves a purpose, even if it isn't immediately clear. I created you with intention, and you are already living out that destiny, whether you realize it or not. Don't let anxiety or uncertainty hold you back, or negative thoughts convince you that you're not enough. In your most vulnerable times, remember that you are not defined by those fleeting emotions. You transcend your mistakes and shortcomings. I see you as belonging to me, and in me you will find the strength, love, and faith to overcome. Know that no effort is ever wasted. Even if no one acknowledges your kindness right away or you feel isolated, trust that every good deed or step forward you take still matters. Lies may whisper that you can't measure up, that your actions are inconsequential, but I want you to understand you are able to succeed. I have provided everything you need for the work I've set for you. Let your worries and your doubts go. Keep moving with trust, for I am alongside you. When you believe you can't go on, I will prop you up. If you feel alone, remember that I remain by your side. Rest your trust in me, for you are an irreplaceable part of my greater plan for you and for the world. The person you're currently supporting isn't the only one who benefits from your kindness. As you help them, they too become a support for others, possibly without even knowing it. Your assistance, the kindness you share, provides a roadmap for those who receive it, inspiring them in turn. Realize that you do not stand alone in this life. You belong to something much bigger than yourself. Imagine yourself as one thread within a vast fabric I conceived before you were ever born. Every choice you make, small or large, fits into that larger picture. Picture each compassionate act, no matter its size, as part of an intricate design. Every encouraging word and positive message you speak adds a new building block to a community founded on mercy and hope. Every silent or spoken prayer is like a seed in a wide field that will one day sprout and bring solace and recovery to those searching for relief. Everything you do contributes to spreading warmth in a world that sorely needs it, especially during the hardships and pains of life. Never forget that you are not laboring in solitude. You are part of a collective of caring deeds. Each kind act and uplifting word connects with countless others, forming a support system that extends far beyond your line of sight. In doing so, you help ease suffering and shine light on difficult paths. I see everything you offer, even the quiet sacrifices, the love you freely give without craving a reward. I witness how hard you try to bring solace and optimism to those burdened by grief, to calm tired eyes longing for any glimmer of hope. None of these gestures go unseen. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is remembered. Each time you give something up for someone else, each instance you show kindness, I take note, and I will always stand beside you, never abandoning you, even in your loneliest, most exhausting hours. I remain here to guide you through each challenge, to lift you when you feel you can't go on. In every step and every trial, I reveal what you need, so you never walk alone. When life's burdens become too heavy, I will give you unfailing support, steady hands to help you rise, and comfort to calm your pain. Please know that my care for you has no limits. Whether you feel strong or are struggling, every hurdle you face, every difficulty you conquer, forms part of the journey I've set out for you. With each stride, you partner with a plan bigger than yourself. You carry within you the aspirations, hope, and compassion I bestowed upon you. Through you, important changes take root. Also, take to heart that your words hold more power than you might guess. Anything you say, any story you share, can open up fresh possibilities for hope in someone's mind, or it can inadvertently bring them down. Words can lift the spirits of those who hear them, making people feel cherished and acknowledged. Yet, if you speak carelessly, words can also wound deeply and leave someone lost in darkness. Realize that words are more than sounds. They carry a subtle force capable of shaping lives. They can heal like a tender touch or cut like a sharpened blade. So speak with thoughtfulness and empathy, guided by compassion, and do not let impatience distract you from this responsibility. Each word is an opportunity to strengthen, not weaken. That's why I encourage you today to be deliberate in what you say. Pause before speaking and let care steer your words. Make your conversation a channel of help and reassurance, a source of resilience for those around you. Be mindful not to hurt someone unintentionally when you speak. In every word, see a chance to offer hope, rekindle warmth, and bring a glimpse of tranquility. Use your speech to unite hearts and foster healing. When you do speak, strive to inspire people to kindness, because a single genuine word can be all someone needs in a confusing or dire moment. When you lend help, you're doing far more than addressing a temporary concern. Each word and action you share is like planting a seed of hope and self-belief in another person's heart. These seeds don't just help them manage for a moment. They set the stage for new growth. Through real support, you do more than alleviate loneliness. You spark renewal in someone's spirit. Your kind words act like a soothing breeze, lifting away gloom and clearing a path to fresh beginnings. You bring more than comfort. You become a conduit of healing. This is no small matter. Whenever you encourage someone, you fulfill an important role I've given you. You might not immediately see how your words will bear fruit, but they do. You plant the seeds of constructive change, setting in motion the renewal I wish to see in the world. Over time, these seeds will germinate within those you've helped. They, in turn, will share the hope you passed on, creating a domino effect you may never know. Think of a man who once had no sight, yet was healed. He didn't keep that miracle to himself. He told everyone about the wonderful gift he'd received. Similarly, when you uplift someone and sow hope in them, you empower them to begin anew, gain strength, and help others by sharing their own successes. Every compassionate act, every kindly uttered word you offer has extraordinary power. Such acts do more than momentarily lift someone's spirit. They can reshape the course of a person's life in profound ways. In doing so, you align yourself with the ongoing work of recovery and revival. Let me guide you. And never forget that each supportive word has a deep impact. spreading love and comfort far and wide. Remember, my beloved, offering support is more than a random decision. It is a calling for each of us. Long ago, it was written that we should inspire one another to do good, care for each other, and gather together rather than drift apart. This message is for everyone, not just for a select few. When I urge you to support others, I'm not asking you to do an everyday task. I'm inviting you to embrace the role I intended for you. By giving encouragement, you strengthen the connections among people. However, sharing encouragement isn't always straightforward. It often means reaching beyond your comfort zone, setting aside your own worries, and truly seeing what others need. It invites you to look beyond what's immediately visible or known, asking you to genuinely care about how others feel. Sometimes that requires surrendering a bit of your time, energy, or security to be a guiding presence for those overwhelmed by the trials of life. Still, the rewards of offering encouragement greatly surpass any sacrifices involved. Each time you speak a kind word, each moment you bring comfort to someone in distress, you further the work of restoring faith in life's goodness. This effort doesn't just help in one instance. It's woven into a broader and long-lasting plan. Take to heart that every step you take in this direction molds a future built on empathy and understanding. Even your smallest acts, which might seem inconsequential at the time, accumulate into a powerful catalyst for positive change. Don't underestimate the value of a kind word, a listening ear, or a caring touch. Each of these small moments adds to a collective, forging a tomorrow that's better not just for those who receive your kindness, but also for the entire community, which grows stronger through shared compassion. Continue on this path with an open, sincere heart, even if you meet challenges. Remember that what you do truly matters. Your dedication to offering kindness sets off ripples that travel beyond your line of sight. In this journey, every moment of empathy fortifies the bonds between all of you, ensuring that hope and compassion remain abundant. I trust in your ability to keep making a real difference, one genuine act of kindness at a time. Stand firm, letting your deeds demonstrate the enduring power of compassion. Never forget that every heartfelt effort contributes to a lasting legacy of kindness that will persist for generations to come. Before you go, listen closely. This was not just another message. This was a calling, a reminder that your life has meaning. That every small act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of compassion is shaping the world in ways you cannot yet see. You were chosen for this, and this is just the beginning. The journey doesn't end here. There are more lives to touch, more hope to spread, more purpose to fulfill. So I ask you, will you come back? Will you continue to walk this path with me? Every time you return, you will find new strength, new wisdom, and a new reminder of why you are here. So subscribe, stay connected, be part of something greater than yourself, because the world is waiting for you, and I am not finished with you yet. Amen.